Okay, looks like we're setting up the feed. I think we might be live. We're live now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, SNMC Live, episode 2. Um, as people are kind of joining us here, we'll introduce the show. We'll introduce ourselves and kind of walk through some things. So first, my name is Andrew Augatis, and I am the Regional Director of Marketing for Security National Mortgage, the East Coast region here. I am joined today by my co-host slash producer behind the screen, running the technicals here, Autumn Cooney. She is our marketing specialist, social media specialist here for the East Coast region. Autumn, do you want to go ahead and say hi so everyone can
Good
hear
morning,
you?
everybody.
Okay. There's Autumn, and we are very lucky to have a very special guest here today, our very own executive regional manager, Lisa Newman, joining us on the show today. Lisa, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
I am wonderful. How are you?
Doing great, doing great.
I
So
think Autumn needs to make a quick guest appearance.
Oh,
the camera only goes one way, so
Autumn's always behind the scenes, but does a great job. So she has to be seen every once in a while.
well, hopefully everyone can hear. Oh, she's gonna run around real quick.
Okay, run around. Just give us a quick wave.
Ah! I'm a real person. It's not a robot.
All right, and so I'll just kind of introduce the show a little bit and why we're here today. So give people a little context, a little background. So we at Security National, we have a hashtag that we've kind of developed to kind of help brand ourselves and promote our people and promote our company culture. It's hashtag more than a mortgage. And really the thought process behind that is here at Security National, of course, we do mortgages, but we're more than that. We are people, we have hobbies, interests, we are involved in the community, and we do a lot of great things. So this hashtag is really meant to showcase all of that, and to kind of build off all of that, we started this Facebook Live series where we want to bring on our people here and showcase them, and just have a way for people to get to know us a little bit better, right? So last week we had our regional manager, Alex Cardenas, or actually last month, Alex Cardenas, and now we're very lucky to have Lisa. So with that said, let's kind of, we'll jump into things. And actually, with that said, before we jump into the hard-hitting questions that we have, I thought that we would mention that we are actually hiring at the moment. So we are hiring processors and underwriters. And then I'll turn it over to Lisa. Maybe you can kind of say a few words on our hiring, who we're looking for, and stuff like that.
Yeah, awesome. So everyone that is probably of 18 years or older, so of mortgage eligibility age or older, knows that every mortgage company right now is slammed busy. Rates are low. We are still doing a ton of purchases as well as our refinance transactions. So we are hiring. The big obstacle that we have is because everyone's busy, everyone's hiring. Everyone's looking for processors, everyone's looking for underwriters. And they all love to, dangle the little carrot of, this is what we have right now to offer, whether it be money or incentives or any sort of fun things that employees are always looking for. I think the big thing to note with us is we are not looking for a short-term solution. We are looking for employees that are looking to make Security National their next home, their forever home, as we like to say. So we are about family, we are about work balance, family life, but we do work hard and we have fun. So we are looking for a couple of processors. We're looking for an underwriter. We would love for that underwriter to have their FHA direct endorsement designation. If they don't, it's not an end of the world thing. We are happy to train. We're happy to bring people up from within. I think one of the things that we'll touch on today, and one of the things that I love about Security National, is the fact that we do like to grow and give people opportunities. I'm a prime example of that, from where I started with this company to where I am today. So it's all about, if you come in as the receptionist and you want to be a receptionist for the rest of your life, and you give us 100% of yourself while you're here at work, then so be it. If you come in as the receptionist and say, hey, one day I want to be a loan officer, I want to be an underwriter, whatever it is that you want to be, we can help you get there. It's just a matter of, finding that right person that fits within our culture.
Yep. And yeah, I can just share my experience to kind of build off that. I've been with Security National for about 4 years now, and kind of what you mentioned, that the one thing that sticks out to me is the family aspect. It's very much a family kind of culture, and that's really good to be a part of with the company. So that's great. So yeah, so how do they just reach out to us, email, or what would be the best way?
And the easiest way for the person to reach out, they can call me 407-928-7455. They can email me, Lisa N at securitynational.com. They can call the office 407-302-8384. They can reach me on Facebook. They can reach me on Instagram. We have all the technology set up for you to be able to reach me however you want to reach me. Yeah, absolutely. Always looking for good people that we can work with, and not somebody who's just looking for, a quick fix for something. We want somebody that we can help grow.
Awesome. Yep. Okay. So without further ado, let's jump into, again, the hard-hitting questions that we have here today. And really, these questions are really just to get to know Lisa a little bit better, so our followers out there in social media can get to know Lisa a little bit better. So with that said, so I thought we could start about, where are you from? First, before that, I should say you are currently in Lake Mary, Florida, which is where our regional offices are. That's Orlando, Florida, just outside of Orlando. Yes. But where are you from?
I'm from New York. Where's everybody in Florida from?
Right.
I was born in New York, born in the heart of the city in Queens, New York. Dragged here as a teenager, kicking and screaming to Florida. Did not want to come here. My dad got a job here, and he said, we're moving. And I thought New York was my, forever home. Still have lots of family there, so spend a good deal of time there. But now with the whole change of the whole COVID situation, they're all trying to come to Florida. So
right.
It looks like maybe I just got here sooner than the rest.
Yep. And so you came from Queens to the Orlando area?
Queens to Long Island for probably from when I was 4 till 13. And then came to Orlando and, I always thought that I would go back to New York. My dream was to always, go back, live in Manhattan, and just kind of live that city life. And, one thing leads to another. You start a career here, you raise your kids here, and, now it's like my dad's here still, and you don't want to leave your family. And so I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm here for the duration.
Yep. So you've probably seen Orlando grow and change a lot over the years.
So, you mentioned Lake Mary, that's where our regional office is. I actually went to Lake Mary High School. And I will tell you, when I went to Lake Mary High School, the road that we took on the school bus to get there was a dirt road.
Wow.
I remember the school bus, getting stuck a time or two. Little inside secret. Well, it's not so much of a secret because my current assistant, Lisa DiBartolo, also went to school with me, and
Oh,
she and
wow.
she and I were driving my little Toyota down this dirt road, and apparently I wasn't paying attention, and my little Toyota got stuck on this dirt road.
Oh, boy.
So obviously it's no longer a dirt road. Everything is paved, everything is civilized, and it is completely changed. That'll also tell you, I'm quite old. It's been a long time since I've been in high school, but yeah, I mean, it's amazing. When I remember when we came to Orlando, it was what we now have as the little Orlando Executive Airport, was the airport. There was no Orlando International Airport. So world of difference from when I first got here. Imagine the culture shock of coming from New York City and coming to, little bitty Orlando. I thought, I had moved to the
That's quite the
country
change.
bumpkin, South, which is now this big, metropolitan area. So big difference.
Yep. So we can kind of transition into, I wanted to ask, how you kind of got your start in the mortgage business, and, maybe some things that kind of got you to where you are today.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know anybody who grows up and says, I want to be in the mortgage business. It seems like everyone just kind of fell upon it. And that is exactly what happened to me. I fell upon it. I was going to college for advertising and public relations. That was my dream. Actually, my dream was to be a hairdresser. And my dad said he was not going to pay for cosmetology school. He would only pay for college. So my dream of being a hairdresser went out the window. I still want to do that one day. So there's still hope for that yet. But going to college and I got a job working for a real estate company. It was Coldwell Banker. And this was back in the day when like the Orlando Sentinel was a big publication, a big newspaper, when people read the newspaper. And I was working there and I was doing all the layout of all of the ads for the big Sunday display newspaper of all the houses that were available on the market, because we didn't have all the fun technology back then where you could just sit on your phone and look at houses. We actually read the newspaper. So I vividly remember, like it was yesterday, sitting at this big drafting table and putting this whole ad together and thinking to myself, I hate advertising.
Oh,
like,
boy.
What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? So I was working for the real estate company. So at 19 years old, decided I'm going to get my real estate license. So got my real estate license. I was still going to school, but got the license, and then thought, okay, well, I'm going to keep going with the education, but I know I'm not going to use it. So what else am I going to do? So I got the license and started working for a couple of realtors as their assistant and learned the business. And then decided there was actually a mortgage company across the hall that we were sending all of our borrowers to, and got to know them very well. And they're like, hey, have you ever thought about being in the mortgage business? I'm like, what have I got to lose? Let me just learn that too. So decided to make the switch over to the mortgage side. I started as an assistant working for a loan officer. Funny enough, worked for a loan officer who I'm still in contact with, and her daughter has been one of our underwriters over the years. So
Wow.
It's amazing how you stay in touch with people in this business and continue to work with them. But started as an assistant, became a processor, became an underwriter. And then when I got my start at Security National, I came over as an underwriting manager and did that for many years. We were a wholesale company then. We were only dealing with wholesale brokers. We weren't dealing with the public at all. And as a wholesale underwriting manager, and then decided I was going to get my license and do some loans, but I couldn't do loans at Security National because we were a wholesale company. We hadn't started the retail business yet. So a friend of mine who was also a coworker at the time decided to open up a little broker shop while I was working at Security National as an underwriter. And then the regional manager there at the time said, hey, since you're doing that, why don't you just become a branch manager for Security National? So became a branch manager, and after many years of that, got the opportunity to become a regional manager. And then, as we grew, here I am today. So
Wow.
I would say it's been a very long journey. In a couple of days, it'll be my 18th year anniversary with Security National. And
Yes.
I don't know many people that can say that. And that's not just a testament to myself, that's definitely a testament to Security National. I have many friends that in the mortgage business that can take a loose leaf sheet of paper and can't fit all of the companies that they've worked for, and at no fault of their own. Companies, especially during the heyday of 06, 07, 08, just went out of business. And Security National has been strong and remains strong throughout the entire craziness of the industry. We didn't always make decisions that everyone loved, but they made decisions for the long term and health of the company, and I have to respect that. That's just one thing that I have always loved, is the fact that we are still here, and we are still here because we want to be here until I retire, which hopefully won't be for quite a while. But we want to be here for families to be able to continue to work with and feel secure.
Yep. And you stole my thunder there. I was going to give you a big shout out on your work anniversary.
Well, let's have a party.
We got to celebrate, do something. So you've been around and you've seen
some background music or balloons or something at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So now let's jump into some more fun stuff. So do you have any hidden talents or hobbies or anything that you like to do or would you like to share?
So I chose the beach today as my background because I don't know that that's a hobby, but that is definitely my safe zone. Something happens to me when I drive over the bridge to get to the beach, and it's just like, when you feel yourself just kind of let out a deep breath and everything's okay. That happens to me when I drive over the bridge to the beach, and it doesn't matter what's happening or how stressful life or the business can be. That's just kind of like it's my relaxing place. So it's been interesting this year. It's been a little crazy, and I do love to travel. For those of you that know me, I know people that used to listen and try to figure out what the question was always, where are you going now? Because that's kind of I've always said to my kids, get out and see the world. Like the work will always be there. Your responsibilities will always be there, but get out when you can, get out and see the world, because learning other people's cultures and how other people live, it's just, that's always been a fascination to me. And this year with COVID, there's been no travel. So it's been a little challenging for me. So I finally, after many years of talking about it, a couple months back, bought a condo, small condo, but a little condo right on the ocean, so
nice.
that I can escape on the weekends or whenever, and just get out there and just watch the water, because I can't. Awesome. I won't get on a plane yet. I'm not ready for that. Just kind of, who knows when we'll be able to leave the country again. So that's kind of my outlet.
That's awesome. And I know Autumn, give Autumn a quick shout out. She's a big beach. She's a kayaker. She
love springs. I love the springs.
So and then so what's been like out of all your travels, what has been kind of like some of maybe like your favorite place, or one that kind of like sticks out of the places that you've traveled?
So I think the funniest part was, so I don't eat beef, pork. I haven't eaten like meat since I was a kid. I can't tell you what finally turned me. I think it might be the liver that my mother was cooking, and the smell kind of turned me off.
Oh, wow.
And I just have it since I was a kid. So one of our company trips was to China. And that was one of the first trips that I went on with the company. And the food they were serving in China was not up to my standards, I will say. So what I did learn was they eat, because there's so many people there, they eat like every part of the animal. And when the chicken wings came around and like they still had the feathers on them, I was like, this is not happening. Yeah. So the non-meat eater went to McDonald's and got a hamburger at McDonald's. So it's the only vacation I've ever been on that I came back weighing less than going. But, you know, some just fabulous places. We did a trip to Italy that I just love. I've gone to Italy with Security National, and then I've gone on my own on a yoga retreat. And just being in, you know, a villa out in the middle of Tuscany, on the beautiful, you know, it's just such a beautiful country. I was very much looking forward to our Israel trip, but that has been postponed again due to COVID. So hopefully next year we'll make it there. But I just love to get out and see all different things. I think one of my most memorable trips was I did a mission trip to Nepal, and spent a week sleeping on a schoolhouse floor. And when I say schoolhouse, I don't mean like our schoolhouses here in the United States. It's basically like a hut, you know, in a sleeping bag with no running water. Our showers were set up in these makeshift tents with ice cold buckets of water. But it was the most rewarding probably trip of my lifetime, just to get out there and help the people there that were so grateful just for us being there and for us trying to better their lives. So that is one of my missions in life, and was supposed to be my resolution for this year, was to just do more giving back. But you know, we'll have to see what if 2021 can make that any easier.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get rid of all this COVID stuff, and we can kind of get back to some normalcy. So, but that sounds like an amazing experience. Me and my wife, we want to go to Paris. We were going to go there for our honeymoon. A little bit about me: I got married back in January, and before we could plan the honeymoon and everything like that, we were going to go in June. And then, you know, back in March, April, that's when all the COVID stuff broke out. So we haven't gotten on a honeymoon yet. So, but we want to go to Paris. So hopefully that will, so we've been looking at pictures and videos and stuff like that. Hopefully we can get back to some normalcy there. But
was there anything else you want to share, Andrew?
Yeah, it's out there. We're also, so another crazy thing, we are expecting a little baby boy in October. So so that happened. So that might delay Paris maybe a little bit too, now that we have that going baby on. Yep, it's one of those. Yes, one of those that they predicted might happen. Yep. So but yes, thank you. We're very you know, excited and grateful and all that. So so yeah. Awesome. So we'll kind of we'll wrap it up maybe just on a fun question. Which do you prefer most? Are you a book person? Are you a podcast person, or a Netflix kind of TV person? Which is kind of your go-to?
So I hate audiobooks.
Okay.
I don't listen to podcasts. I don't want somebody reading to me.
Sure.
I think, you know, since I was a kid, like, don't read to me. I want to read it myself. I'm kind of a do it myself kind of person. So I have Netflix. I am not good to watch movies with, because I don't do one thing at a time. I'm kind of annoying like that. So I'll turn on a movie, and then I'll either be on my phone, or I'm looking at my computer, or I'm doing something else. So no one ever wants to watch a movie with me. So I think it's I like good old fashioned books. I don't even like them on like a Kindle or an iPad or anything like that. I want to hold the book. I want to read the book. And I one of my other escapes is I like fiction books. And if I do watch TV, it's some crazy reality thing that is so far from reality that it kind of shuts my mind off. I have trouble just turning it off. So I think that kind of stuff just makes me, I think you and I talked about it the other day where, sounds disgusting, but I was watching like Dr. Pimple Popper. You know, love medical type stuff. And so I actually do like to read books that are fiction, but kind of related to medical stuff. Because it kind of just shuts me out from the rest of the world. So a good old fashioned book is definitely at the top of my list.
Cool. And well, with that, I think, wait, what is that? Hold on one second. I think we have a caller. We actually have a caller calling into the show. Okay. Hold on. All right. You want to bring the caller on? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it's
oh, he's not allowed to call.
It's Alex Cardenas. Alex, thanks for calling in. Can you hear us?
Alex from the White House.
From the White House, the official White House.
Alex had, I think, a special a message or something that you wanted to say. Thanks for hopping on the show.
Absolutely. So officially from the White House. No, we all would just really like to thank you for for all the opportunities that you provided us in sales and staff, and all the wonderful years that you've put into obviously in Security National, but as an employee that that works for you. We are all really happy and proud to work for you. We're glad you didn't decide to move back to Manhattan.
There's still time.
No, there's not. At this point, we spoke to everyone in the region, and we'll hold you hostage if needed.
Well, we can all go. I hear real estate is really cheap there right now.
Maybe we all go up there.
That's what I'm saying.
So then you're just gonna have to make sure you buy a house big enough for everyone there.
Whoa. Have you seen apartments in Manhattan? They're really small.
But no, we'd like to all thank you for everything that you've done for us.
It's all about building a great team, and so our team is beyond measure. I mean, the amount of work and fortitude and gratitude that we've been able to get, even while people have been working from home these last several months, has just been amazing. So I don't sit here or stand here doing it alone. I couldn't. It'd be impossible. So it's all about
right. But it's all been under your leadership, and we really appreciate you for it.
Well, thank you very much.
So we wanted to just congratulate you. I know your official work anniversary, I think, is a couple weeks away, but we want to congratulate you and thank you for, we're very grateful for you and your leadership and everything that you do for us here for the East Coast region at Security National. So thank you and congratulations. And that's it. That's all we have for today's show. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Thank you, Alex, for calling in.
Thank you.
What a surprise. And
directly from the White House.
Thank you. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.